Welcome back to Talking Point with Stephen Taylor. We are in conversation with Sunil, Osman.
Are you ticklish?
I am. Are you?
Okay.
Yeah, we were very serious. Who's
I call dibs on that.
I know. Where do you got that from? I don't know. What is it? Lethal Weapon? It's Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. They did some weird other stuff, but let's not do that here. We're speaking about stuff. I know that it is serious, but it is stuff that affects you and I and future generations, and possibly one day my own, little one. If it ever gets to that, I hope so. Hi, Book, if you are watching, phone me now. I'm single. Hi, yeah. Anyway, you know who you are. I don't, but maybe you do. There you go. Man. Yeah. But listen, man. It is stuff that is important, and I think it's stuff that we need to speak about because people are speaking about it, but in a different way, in a different light. And of course, media. They need to make headlines. They need to create, topics that are going to get people to watch and people to buy that publication. And rightly so, that's important. But we shouldn't only read the headline. Yeah. We should read the whole story. And that is.
And always remember, the media is controlled.
For sure.
We'd like to believe we have freedom of expression. Don't know if you heard about the hate speech bill.
I have.
And it's. From my perspective as an entertainer and a comedian and an actor and as a creative, it's actually not cool.
So freedom of expression kind of is not freedom of expression anymore. It's kind of been like, I agree to a point. If you're going to be bad-mouthing gay people, if you're going to be bad-mouthing black people, Indian people, white people, whatever, I think it needs to be controlled. But it shouldn't limit you
to your creativity.
Yeah.
And how can you when you have politicians like we do?
I think it, I think it depends on the space that you are in. If you're doing comedy, and I think that, it allow people to do what they need to do. They're not creating bad vibes. They're not, I think it depends. They should, iron it out more specifically to,
When I started comedy back in 2008, was my first time I performed comedy. The reason myself and lots of the comedians from back then did what we did is because we knew that we were the voices of the people. We say the things that the people don't want.
Well, that is still the case. I've been to many comedy shows, even recently. Stuart Taylor, Riyad Musa, Nick Rabinovich. Those people say things that we want to say, but we don't.
And that's
but they say it and we laugh about it, but it's true.
Part of creating that dialogue at the end of the day.
And that's important.
It's like a speaker's corner.
So, and we need to laugh. That is important too.
We get people like the hate speech bill that constrains us from doing that. But what gets me though, you can have a gay guy tell gay jokes, you can tell an Indian guy tell Indian jokes, but you can't have, But what I've also noticed that over the past couple of years, you can now have a straight person going to saying homophobic jokes, but you go in that environment where it's a comedic setting. People need to understand that when you're sitting down in that front row, you're opening yourself up, Like the comedian opens themselves up to the hecklers, or they open themselves up to the audience. It's the same situation.
If I randomly just see you in the streets and go, hey, you're Indian, that's weird.
It wouldn't be weird. It would be more weird if you're in, hey man, you're Indian, huh?
But there we go. But
I can do that. You can't.
Yeah, there we go. But in a comedy environment, it should be accepted because that's the place where we go to switch off from society and have a bit of a laugh.
At ourselves.
There we go. That's important.
Absolutely. We need
I think we need to laugh.
Don't copy my words. So you're completing my sentences.
I am.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? But we need to laugh. It's important. Laughter is the best medicine. And laughter is, I see, when serious things happen in South Africa and around the world, these memes and we get through it by laughter, which is, I love that. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't shy away from the actual truth. And don't let laughter take away the actual story.
Sometimes the laughter is actually the denial of the real issue.
That's right. That's our way of just laughing and trying to get over it. But
some things you can get over, some things you shouldn't get over, especially when it comes to something like South Africa, the political environment, where it comes to any society actually. I don't know if you've seen some of the commercials which, for example, Hillary Clinton has done against Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump comes back there, they directly advertise against each other.
They in real life are best friends?
There we go.
Do you know that? I've seen pictures. If you go Google Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump and his wife was actually at well, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton were at Donald Trump's wedding.
Oh, wow. Which one?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe Donald Trump was there to help Hillary Clinton get through Bill Clinton's scandal.
Yeah, and shame. Donald Trump, you shouldn't be speaking about cats like that, man. You know, cats are also people of this society.
Yes.
We should be respecting them too. So don't badmouth cats.
A cat now and then and hug it.
But yes. But it is hectic what's going on at the moment. And if we look at South Africa and we look at the US, there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
There's a lot of negativity that's going on. So we shouldn't look at South Africa in isolation and say what's going on in South Africa is not going on around the world. It is.
We are living in a world and a society where we all have issues, we all have problems, we all have ups and downs. Exactly. The problem is that we need to unite.
Yes.
We need to understand that there are these issues. We need to unpack those issues and stop trying to blow them up out of proportion.
Yeah.
When actually sometimes the issue is this small and it can actually be laughed off.
You know what I said? I was at Parliament the other day, Sona, beginning of the year. I bumped into the Minister of Police, Natem Kloko, and I said to him, brother, do you have Twitter? He says, no. I'm like, why? So he's like, no, there's so much negativity on Twitter, you know, and if I get a Twitter account, the people are going to attack me, and, you know, and I'm like, I agree with that, but there is so much negativity. People hide behind Twitter and say things that they wouldn't normally say. If you meet them, they'd be different to what they are on Twitter, and that shouldn't be the case. We should be how we are all the time. Stand up for what you believe in, but do it in a respectful manner.
Yeah. We as human beings need to start understanding ourselves before we do things like sending a tweet.
Yes.
And also, coming back to the Twitter account problem there, yes, you get negativity, but how are you going to deal with that? Why do you want to hide away from that negativity? Deal with it in such a way that it doesn't become negative anymore, it becomes a positive.
I find it hard though that when people say something to you on Twitter, they automatically want a reaction. I just delete those. I just block those people.
So you start dealing with that.
Well, no.
Or give it to me and I'll deal with it for you.
I'll send it to you. But I don't agree with people that just want to create a topic of conversation so that they can engage you and just make you out to look bad. I don't agree with that.
People are reactionary.
Yeah.
We are living in that kind of society.
And yes, Helen Zillow's not the only one that blocks people on Twitter. Stephen Taylor do the same. Anyway, there we go.
Yeah.
My book also.
And the Twitter handle is?
My book will also be coming out soon, which will be way better. I'm only teasing.
Picture book.
Yeah, it's a kiddies book, storytelling. But listen, man, it's been good.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it, and I think we should do more like this.
Absolutely.
Chatting about stuff that is real, that is relevant, and stuff that is happening, because it's important for us to speak about this openly.
Yes.
And I know that people do speak about it around the dinner table, but it becomes kind of sometimes like a taboo topic. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
We should speak about this stuff because it is stuff that affects us, and that it's going to affect our, siblings and people, our families going forward, and our country and our society. So we should speak about it.
We are living in a very interesting time.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
No.
Okay. Wrong song. Cue the other one. Which one? But it sounded funny.
Yeah.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
That is why you speak and don't sing.
That's right.
Yeah.
I will not be on Idols or The Voice or any of those programs. I'll stick to what I do here. I want to thank Bjorn, Mike, Barrick, everybody that plays a role, Faisal, in making the show possible. Without them, I wouldn't be here, man, and I wouldn't be so good looking as I am on TV.
It's the makeup.
It is. So thank you to them, and thank you to you, brother. Keep going from strength to strength, and keep doing what you do.
Thank you very much for having me.
And let's keep inspiring people, because that is important. We need to do that. Where can we find you on social media?
On Twitter, you can find me, Sunil Osman. On Facebook, Sunil Osman. On Instagram, Sunil Osman Actor. And for any motivational, inspirational quotes, you can hashtag search for Sunny Motive without an E.
I love that. And if you want to book us both, you can do that, because I think we'll get a crowd going. I'm sure we will. Eh?
Have I got time? Tell them about how the one time we emceed something together and you said, I can't handle this, and you handed me the mic.
Yeah.
You did that once.
But I won't do that again, because I'm more confident now. It's about building yourself.
Stephen Taylor has grown.
And so have you, man. And that's important. That's how we all get through life. We learn, we make mistakes. I make mistakes. I've made mistakes.
Are we gonna hug again, or
we can? Listen, that's how we wrap the show today. It's been Talking Point with Stephen Taylor. Yes, it's been different. You can, go follow me on Twitter at Stephen Taylor SA, and on Facebook Stephen Taylor SA, and search for Talking Point as well. I'm Stephen Taylor. Have a good one. God bless. Bye bye.